everyone, Jordan Weeks for Biological Angler Productions, back with volume 2 of Whiteboard Muskies. This situation was a little more complex, but I'll kind of break it down for you. This is a trip that my brother, my father, and myself were on this past October on Lake of the Woods. And I had fished this spot a number of different times in previous years and caught fish. And what I'm showing you here is a straight shoreline that goes back to I call these a cup bay, and there's a little rocky point that sticks out. There's a slot between the vegetation and the rocky point where fish normally sit, and that's where I was headed when I came into here. But as I approached the spot, I noticed a tree that had fallen into the water recently. It wasn't there in previous years. Whenever you see a tree in the water, make sure you investigate that area, because most often those trees will hold muskies. This particular tree actually stuck out from shore like 30 feet under the water, so I know it was fresh because that ice hadn't busted off those branches yet. It was a really good spot. So on my way to spot number A, which is the prime location for the fish, I noticed this tree in the water. And the fish that we saw were actually located at the letters on the whiteboard here. So instead of starting down here, which is where I normally start, I started back here, and we raised that fish out of spot number B on our first pass through. And then as I slowed down and did a patented 360 move that I kind of talk about in some of my other videos, we came back through, and my brother actually had that fish come out from this side and miss his glider right about here. He was using a 7.5-inch Phantom Softail. It rolled on it and missed it. We fished the rest of the way through this area, didn't catch any fish, and you'll notice in the background that it's really bright. There's sun at our back in that area, and you'll notice the second couple clips that we had, or when we came back, it was about a half an hour later when actually the sun went under the clouds and that we got a light change. So at that light change, we went right back to this fish. I knew it was a pretty good fish based on it rolling on my brother's bait. So we came back, and it actually had moved from spots B and C down here and positioned off a smaller tree that you'll see in the video that only stuck out into the water about 5 feet or so, but it was deep enough for that fish to be stationed on it. He cast right to the end of that tree, pulled the fish off, and caught it both sides. So rule number one, make sure if you see a tree in the water, fish it, and don't ignore the shoreline upstream and downstream from your prime location when you see something a little different or something new. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed the video.
See that fish?
Yeah, I see it right now. I still see it. You got reception, that's nice.
Got one.